All right, here we go. The watch this video for Wednesday, May 29th. Showing you the SPY here. It's testing this 280 area where it bounced off of before. I made a short clip on Twitter today showing that, the next if it loses this, the next logical area would be a test of the 200-day again. It's pretty ugly out there. Having said that, I'm real proud of the chat room because we had several really nice, low-risk, A-plus setups that were called in chat before they triggered, and I just love the way that the group hones in on the in-play stocks and then finds A-plus setups in them. Speaking of A-plus setups, if you can be there Thursday, you gotta click the link below and get registered. We're not selling anything. We are giving away part of our course. We're giving away, it's a free webinar, and that's just part of it. That's a giveaway. We're going to be talking about the top 5 aha moments. That's the subject of our free webinar. We've got 10 out there. This will be number 11 as far as free webinars go. But for the first time, we're actually giving away a little snippet of our course. And when I say snippet, it's actually you're going to have access to 40 minutes as we go through step by step one of our A-plus setups. And you're going to actually have access to the recording taken straight from the course. 40 minutes going through step by step. So that's no clickbait or anything like that. We're actually going to be giving it to you. And you can take that and, hopefully paper trade it for a while until you get comfortable with the idea. But hope to see you there. You do have to get registered. And that is Thursday night. All right. Click the link below to get started. So that's what we've got going on there. Again, the SPY looking a little bit ugly. When I told you about A-plus setups today, SOLY, I'm showing you the daily. Actually, that's not the chart. I'll use this one. Wayne called this over 9. There was a seller on the tape at 9. This is just me. I took this screenshot showing the daily and the intraday to kind of show that, hey, this is extended and up into resistance. Probably not a good time to try to get long. And shortly after I tweeted this, I think it dropped down real fast to below 12. But this thing went up over 20-something bucks in after hours. It's just one of those insane ones, probably a fairly low float. And, we missed this big run here, but then Wayne spotted an A-plus setup. Straight out of one of our free webinars, speaking of free webinars, straight out of our free webinar about trading inflection points. In this case, this was the hole number 9 with 1, 2 catalysts above on really the in-play stock for today. And it never looked back after breaking 9 again, and it went to, we'll look at the chart in just a second, but that was SOLY. I got to give a hats off to Jane. She called OTLK, and this is a very simple setup right here. This is an in-play stock. OTLK has been in play for a while, and this gapped down a little bit today, and then just put in a fairly narrow opening range. And before it got to this point, this is where the opening range breakout was. Jane gave 2 or 3 heads up. Hey, I'm watching OTLK for an ORB, which stands for opening range breakout, which means the entry idea is right there. And a huge move from that point. So a great post by Jane. Let's get that one out of the way. And then we also had LK, which if you watched my video for today, the overnight video, I said I liked LK for a potential long. This was the opening 5-minute candle. It topped out at 1565. This was Friday's high. That's why I have that line there, which was like 1570. And this was Thursday's high, which was 1595. Right, so we had what we call stat catalyst. So I was calling this opening range breakout. I put out, this is actually from my trade. Did a limit of 1566. As it started to come up, volume came in, I hit the limit, actually got filled before the break, 1564, and it ended up going, I don't know, 1620, something like that. Actually went higher than that too. So, but that was a nice trade as well. And again, another one, which this is what we look for, trades that are pretty much green right away after we take the entry. Those are the setups we teach. And let's go into the watch list for tomorrow. It is a very small list because the market's pretty weak. There are not a lot of standouts. Now, I have to throw SOLY on a chart, but, it's made such a stupid move from 6 to basically 15 today, 14.99, I think, right? And then again, in after hours, over 22. As I'm talking, it looks like it trading at 1968 right now in after hours. So, again, I'm not going to join a group of chasers. The best call that I saw was through 9 today as far as meeting our A+ parameters. It was a great call by Wayne. So I'll have it on watch, but to me, it's going to be crowded. It's going to gap up too much, and I doubt I could even short it if I wanted to. So we'll see if it gives one of our setups maybe a pullback play into a buy zone. But I have to throw it on watch because it was like the stock, the mover today. ARMP, big volume for this stock and closing near the high. So we'll see if we can get a follow through day on that one tomorrow. I watched that trade a little bit today though, and it's pretty nasty. So be careful with that one. That's not what I meant to type. AVDL. Kind of a little cup and handily, and then broke out on pretty good volume today. I don't know. Today's range was actually big for this stock, and it was still only like 24 cents. But maybe a continuation day where it's going to test 2, which it does have some resistance right at 2. So I definitely think it's worth having on a chart. OTLK, that call that Jane made today, actually is worth watching tomorrow. Today topped out at 320. Before closing at 286. Maybe the weakness is, can be attributed to just a weak overall market. So maybe we get a push through 3, knowing that over 320, it might test this high from about a week ago, which was 335, and maybe squeeze above that. So it's a decent chart setup. I'm going to watch that one. WKHS, a nice pop here, topping out at 180, and then you had this other recent high of 185. So over 180, it might overtake 185 and maybe make a run to 2. I think that, being a recently in play stock, it's worth having on our watch list. And then MAXR, I don't really love, but you did have the big pop here to test resistance and 2 days lower on declining volume. So this, though, I will be looking for this to possibly give a low risk intraday A+ setup tomorrow for a potential long. And that's it. Very short list going into tomorrow. Be careful out there. It's a thin volume holiday week, but you are seeing some crazy stuff. Can you imagine having tried to catch the top and short that SOLY, right? So some people probably got destroyed today. I certainly wasn't going to fight a trend like that. Long was the way to go on it. Tomorrow, with a big gap up, we don't know, right? But anyway, there is some action out there, so that's good. Just be careful out there. I'm done babbling. We'll see you in chat tomorrow.